The battlefield was quiet now. Smoke curled upward from shattered armor, scorched ground, and the occasional broken machine. I had expected the aftermath of battle to be loud. Shouts, cries, commands. Instead, it was silence that pressed on my ears. The kind of silence that felt heavier than war itself. Humanity had just fought its first true clash against the Vaelorians. They were a species so advanced we'd only heard myths and fragments about them. Tall, armored, lethal. Rumor had it that they fought like storms, sweeping down on wings of energy, shields brighter than suns. And yet, somehow, here we stood among their wreckage. I was a lieutenant then. My squad had been cut in half before we even saw the whites of their eyes, if they had whites at all. I should have been focusing on triage or scavenging, or even just holding the line until reinforcements arrived. Instead, I heard the faintest sound. A hiss. Rasp. A survivor. I followed the sound to where a chunk of shattered dropship lay half buried in mud. A plume of smoke hissed from it, and beside it, an armored figure shifted weakly. The plates of her armor were black and silver, ridged with edges too elegant to belong to mere soldiers. Her helmet turned toward me. Froze. The visor was cracked, a flicker of violet light shining from behind it. She was alive. For a long moment, we simply stared at each other, two enemies with no fight left in them. Then she tried to stand, staggered, and fell again. Against every order drilled into me, I moved toward her. Beginning, the helmet. Her armor was unlike anything I had seen. Seamless, a living shell of technology and art. With effort, I rolled her onto her back. My rifle was still slung over my shoulder, but my hands trembled. Not from fear, but from something I couldn't yet name. Her breathing was shallow. I could hear the hiss of failing systems in her helmet. Don't touch me," a voice rasped, faint and filtered through the failing speaker. Blink. "You speak English." She gave a pained laugh, or maybe it was a cough. "Your kind are so loud we learned fast." The helmet systems gave a sharp crackle, and the violet light dimmed. My training screamed at me to secure the prisoner, but the soldier in front of me wasn't a threat anymore. She was dying. Without thinking, I reached for the release clasp at her collar. She tried to lift a hand to stop me but didn't have the strength. The lock hissed, gears unwinding. And then her helmet came free. For a second I forgot the world. Her face was nothing like the monstrous visage the propagandavids had promised. She was, dare I even think it, beautiful. Not in a human way, but in a way that felt carved from starlight. Her skin shimmered faintly, a pale silver blue, like moonlight on water. Her eyes, large, slanted, glowing faint violet, held me captive more than any weapon. And her hair. It spilled out in silver waves, tangled from battle but still breathtaking. Gorgeous! The word slipped from my lips before I could stop it. Her violet eyes widened. She blinked, confused. "What did you say?" I swallowed hard, trying to backpedal. Nothing. Just checking your vitals." But it was too late. A faint curve tugged at her lips, something like a smile. The princess. I learned quickly who she really was. Her name was Kilira. Not just any Vaelorian soldier, but a princess, commander of the royal vanguard, heir to a dynasty that stretched across 20 star systems. She should have been untouchable, commanding fleets from thrones of crystal. And yet here she was, bleeding into the dirt beside me. She didn't tell me at first. It slipped out as I dragged her to shelter, patching wounds with field gel and sealing armor with strips of human tape. "You risk much touching me," she whispered. "Trust me," I muttered. "It's not like I plan to babysit a Vaelorian today." "You don't understand." If my people know you've seen my face, her eyes locked on mine, they will never forgive it. That was when I realized. Her helmet wasn't just protection. It was a cage of tradition, a mask meant to keep her hidden from all but those she chose. Removing it, letting me see, was a violation of everything her empire stood for. And I'd whispered the one word I shouldn't have. Gorgeous. Over the next hours we were trapped together. The battlefield stretched empty around us. My comms were fried, and her armor beacon was dead. Night came fast, and with it the cold. I lit a small fire, even though it was dangerous. She watched the flames, her silver hair glowing in the dim light. Your people fight like chaos given form, she murmured. No order, no precision, and yet you win. Lucky, maybe. Shrug. Humans are stubborn. We don't like losing. Her gaze lingered on me, curious, almost searching. And you, why save me? I am your enemy. I hesitated, staring into the fire. The truth slipped out before I could stop it. Because when you removed your helmet, I didn't see an enemy. I saw someone worth saving. Silence. Then softly. You are strange human. Conflict, the rescue. By dawn scouts would arrive. If it was her people, I'd be executed. If it was mine, she'd be taken prisoner, or worse. We had to move. But Kilira's injuries slowed us. Every step she took sent pain through her, though she never complained. She was proud, stubborn, regal even in weakness. We stumbled into the ruins of an old watchtower. From there I finally caught a comm signal. A rescue ship was inbound. Human forces, I said after scanning the ping. We'll be safe. Her face hardened. Safe for you. For me it means chains. Froze. She was right. If Command knew I had saved a Veilorian princess, they'd use her as leverage, a trophy, a bargaining chip. And Kilira would never forgive me for letting that happen. They can't know you're a princess, I said quickly. We'll say you're a soldier. Injured, confused. I'll vouch for you. You would lie for me. Her violet eyes glimmered, studying me with a strange intensity. Yeah, I said softly. I guess I would. She stepped closer, her face inches from mine. Her silver hair brushed my cheek. Strange human, she whispered again, her voice almost tender. When the rescue ship landed, I hid her identity as best I could. I claimed her as a prisoner, a captured scout. She didn't speak a word, her helmet once more hiding her face. But as they led us aboard, her gaze met mine one last time through the visor, and I knew she hadn't forgotten. Ending the whisper. Weeks passed. The war shifted in unpredictable ways. Rumors spread of diplomatic talks, of fractures in the Veilorian hierarchy. I was kept on Earth during debriefings, forced to repeat the story of that battlefield again and again. But I never once mentioned her name. Then one night, in the sterile silence of my quarters, the shadows moved. She stepped from the corner as if the air itself bent for her, armor polished, hair flowing like molten silver. Kilira, I whispered. You kept my secret, she said softly. Even when it cost you. I nodded, speechless. She reached up, unlatched her helmet, and removed it once more. That breathtaking face caught the light. Her eyes glowed brighter than the stars outside the window. And once again, before I could stop myself, the word slipped out. Gorgeous. This time she didn't question it. She leaned closer, her lips curving in a faint smile. Then perhaps, human, we are no longer enemies. And as her hand touched mine, I realized something no war could destroy.